Okay, review day today. It should be easy. There's no fun in math. Volume. How do I find volume? Length times width times the big height. Okay? So, for number 1, volume is equal to, what's the length? Cool. What's the width? Cool. What's the height? Cool. Does it really matter? No. For volume, you just have to multiply the 3 numbers. So however you write it, you just have to multiply it. You just have to multiply when it comes to volume. The 3 numbers that they give you for a rectangular prism for volume, all you have to do is multiply those 3 numbers. So, and you're done. I want you to practice multiplying 12 times 15 on this side without a calculator. I need you to practice how to multiply 2 digits by 2 digits. Right now, it's a safe space for us to practice. And if we mess up, we mess up. But at least we're practicing, Tanya, to do this on our paper with no calculators right now. We might be doing calculators in a minute, but this one, let's try to do it without. $180?
Yeah.
Did you remember to place that placeholder 0, right? You would get 72 if you don't have that placeholder. So if your answer is 72, you forgot that 0 placeholder. You're wrong. So, okay, now what do I have to do? Multiply by 20. Here's a shortcut. You see how it ends in a 0? So just multiply by 2 and add the 0 at the end. So what's 180 times 2? Everybody do 180 times 2. Or 180 plus 180. Diego, what's 180 plus 180? Or 180 times 2. That's what we're doing it right now. Okay, 360, right? Do you remember that 0 that I had you ignore? Guess what I'm going to do with it? Add it at the end. Tanya, it's going to go in my pocket, just like I take away Diego's or Emmanuel or Gio's phone. So my volume is 3,600 inches cubed. How do I do surface area with this problem? I would have to do top, bottom, left, right, front, back. That's surface area. When it comes to volume, it's the inside. How much water can I pour into this box? When it comes to surface area, it's wrapping paper or paint. Okay, so you kind of have to understand like the difference in the real world when it comes to volume and surface area. Like volume is how many pens can fit in my cup. That's volume. How much stuff fits in here. Surface area is how much paint do I need just for the outside. Okay? Volume is how much stuff fits in here. How many students can fit in a classroom? That would be volume. All right. Let's skip over to number 3. All right. Can you guys solve for number 3 without a calculator? You don't need a calculator for this one. Volume is equal to length times width times height. How many numbers did I give you? 3. How many numbers do I need? 3. What do I do with those 3 numbers? Just time. So everybody, Isabella, number 3. I want you to focus on number 3.
It doesn't matter if I actually know.
5 times 7 times 10. And I would do 5 times 7 in my head. What is 5 times 7?
35.
35 times 10. Just add the 0 at the end. What is it? 3 what? Yeah. This was 35, right? When you multiply by 10, you just add a 0. Okay? Know that trick. Use that trick. Because it helps you do the math.
That's
350 yards cubed.
Oh my god, I caught it right.
Okay. I want you to do the last row. 7, 8, 9. No calculator. 7, 8, 9. Why am I asking you not to use a calculator? Because the numbers are pretty easy and we should practice. We should 7, 8, 9. We should practice using basic math skills. Yay!
Hey, Drew.
Yeah,
Get up.
I like it. It's true. Oh, he wants to stay after for nutrition. Do it later. Don't bother him. It's cool. We can stay after. Woo! We're doing 79? So number 7, I would do 3 times 6 and then times 10, right? This one, there's no easy way of doing it. I just like to multiply by 10 at the end because all you do is there a wrong way to do this? No. No. You do you. Okay, what did we get for number 7? Good, good, good. What? 24? $54 times 5? I mean, you could have done 8 times 4 and gone 32, right? And 32 times 8. It's just how your brain wants to do it. At the end, we're all going to get the same answer. Guys. Yay. Future. All right. What are my 2 numbers for the front side?
The front is 6 times 6.
10 and 6, which is 60. What about the top?
3.
5?
No, 10. No.
6 times 3.
Oh, I thought that was 5.
And then the left side?
How much no money?
6 and 3? Because this number is 3 and this number is 6. And then left side or right side would be 10 and 3. Here's how you do it. You have 3 numbers and they all, have I talked about going to the dance? They all have to dance together. So the 10 and the 6 have to dance, the 10 and the 3 have to dance, and the 6 and the 3 have to dance. So did everybody get an opportunity to dance together? Yes. So all the numbers have to combine. So we have 60, 60, 18, 18, and 30, and 30. Add them up. This is called your surface area. When you're done, so you're going to upload a picture of the front and the back. I did 90% of the back with you. The front side, you are responsible of doing 1, 3, which we did together, 7, 8, and 9, which you were supposed to do on your own. So upload that to Canvas, 7, 8, 9, and the back side. Finish. I didn't finish the back side, so you have to finish the back side. Hold on. Give this to Miss Polo tomorrow. All right, we're good? So surface area, add those up for surface area. And then you have to do 7, 8, 9. Once you did that, you can upload to Canvas. Excuse me? 7, 8, 9. And then finish this problem. Then upload to Canvas. Get your points. Yeah. Front and back. $1 million.
What? I don't think I got the right answer. Well, I got 210.
We'll add 60 plus 60, 18 plus 18, 30 plus 30.
She got 210 and we.
Well, what's 16 plus 16? What's 16 plus 16?
80.
You mean 18?
Yeah, what did I...
Yeah, you said 16 plus 16.
Mrs. Melanie needs more coffee in her life. What's 18 plus 18? 36.
Yeah, 36.
And then 60 plus 60
You really said 180.
plus 30 plus 30. So add all that up.
She said that 16 plus 16 is 180.
120.
All right. Well, you know, we all need coffee then. All right, we okay? So Diego, pass back the worksheets in the front, everybody.
I forgot to add this.
You're dumb.
Okay.
I feel that negative.
Not only did 16 plus 16 is 180, but you also forgot to add the 6.
Boy, the 6 is
You
dead.
need 1 gallon of coffee. You need 1
Is
gallon.
that even possible?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
One more.
Yes, but you terminally almost died.
What?
You actually
Can I turn this into a paper airplane? Even though I don't even know how to
No.
All right, pass back the worksheets to everybody. Now, these are sample questions that I got off the SBAC website. So, these are questions that have been on the test before. They probably won't be on there again because they released them. Well, not equals. Okay. How do I move the 4? Plus 4, plus 4, 8 plus 4. Whoa. How do I move the 6? Okay, so I'm left with x is less than 2, right? Cool, awesome. I'm not typing it in though. I'm graphing it. So, who remembers? Here's my answer. Is this an open or a closed circle? So, let's put an arrow there and call it an open circle. So we're reviewing, so we're taking like notes on our worksheet and reminding ourselves, oh, that's an open circle. So like write it down. Okay, which way do I graph? To the left or shade? Left or right? Left, right? Shade. Left. Why? Because this kind of points in the direction we're shading, right? Especially when X is here. So we're going to, on the number 2, open or close circle? Open, and then I'm going to shade to the left. Open circle, because it doesn't have the equal to part at the bottom, and shade to the left. So on the computer, I would click on this one at the bottom, this one. I would click on this, click, and then drag it up to there. Right? That's how we would do it on the computer. Click and drag. Questions? Okay, let's look at the bottom one. What does it say? Let's see, we have an angle. I'm assuming this icon here means that you would have a calculator to do this problem. The math is actually super easy. There shouldn't be a need for a calculator, but there it is. Okay. Enter the measure of angle WVY. Can you trace WVY with your finger? What is WVY? So trace it with our finger. WVY. Oh, so the X. So we're solving for this angle right here. Is X 90 degrees? No. What is X? What is 90 degrees, I should say? Yeah, WVZ. So what do we know? If we put these two angles together, what does it equal? Okay, what does the corner of my what is an L equal? 90. This is 90. What is this? 180. So if it looks like a straight line, it's 180. If it looks like an L, 90.
What if it looks like that?
It looks like an L. What is it? 90. So X plus 2X equals 90, not 180. A 180 would look like a straight line. All right, go ahead and solve this. Stop doodling. Solve.
Putting the line
Oh, we're beyond that. Now we're solving. What's x plus 2x? What's x plus 2x? 3x.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I got it right.
So this is 3x equals 90. Now what do I do? Three x means 3 times x. So what do you have to do? Divide by 3. What is 90 divided by 3? So x equals 30. So this x really means 30 degrees. What would 2x be? 60. So this angle is 60. This angle is 30. Which angle are they asking me for? W, V, Y. So did I already solve for it? Yeah. This one would be 60 because it would be 2 times 30. This one is just 30. All right. The next part, the back. Okay. You guys have the knowledge. It's just somewhere in your brain. You gotta like fish it out, right? And sometimes they present it to you in a harder way than what it is. You just have to be confident that, okay, I learned this in math. I just got to figure out when and how to use it. And it might not come to you immediately, but you still have to give it a try. Give it a try. Okay. Is the given expression equal to 7 parentheses 9 plus 4b? Select yes or no for each expression. So, when it's written like this, what do I have to do? How do I simplify 7 parentheses 9 plus 4b? What do I have to do?
9 plus 4.
7 times 9, and then?
7 times 4.
Yes. I taught you this close to Halloween because we always go, if someone knocks at your door, you're going to give the first person candy. Do you give the second person behind them candy? Yes. What if you're in behind, your older cousin? You have to give them candy, right? But what do kids always forget to do? Give candy to the people behind it. Or when I pass out homework, I want to pass out homework to everybody, right? I don't skip the people in the back because they sit in the back. So you're going to multiply 7 times 9 plus 7 times 4b. But what do kids always forget? Kids always forget to do the 7 times 4b. All right, what do you get? What do you get? 63 plus 28b. Can the b go with the 63?
Yes.
No.
No. Oh, wait, no, because it doesn't have a B.
All right, so look at the first one. 28b plus 63. Yes. Sure, whatever. X or a check mark. The second one, 63b plus 28.
Yeah, I got it right.
The last one. That's the last one is they forgot to give it to the 4b, right? Give it to everyone who knocks at the door. Do you see how this one, for some of you, could be super easy, right? They always trick you, right? Just go slow. Some are easy, some are hard. All right, let's look at the next problem. Oh, they gave us a calculator option. Yay. Might not be even useful. Okay, this graph shows a proportional relationship between the number of gallons of gasoline used and the total cost of gallons. All right, so they gave us a table, a graph. Did you create this graph? No. So can I call this the unit rate? Oh, the unit rate is 5? No, because guess what? You didn't create it. They created it. This is not the unit rate, okay? Be very careful. Okay. Find the constant of proportionality, otherwise known as the unit rate, using the value of R. So R is just unit rate, Diego. Enter an equation in the form of C equals RG. Okay, C equals RG, that's the same thing as Y equals fancy X, right? It's okay. That represents a relationship between the number of gallons and the total cost. All right, so where's our unit rate? Well, let's find it. Where do we always want to look at? No. We always want to look at the 1. Uh-oh, but why can't we use the 1?
Because it's not.
It's on the corner, right? So we got to find a dot that's in the corner. What about 2?
No.
No. 3?
Yes.
Yes. Here it is. Ugh. It's an ugly number.
Huh?
So,
Oh, SpongeBob.
we are going to write it in the form of y over x for our unit rate. What is our y? Yes. What number did I circle? 10. What is our x? 3. What's 10 divided by 3?
2.5. One. Oh, 3.1.
No.
Oh, it's not division.
So what is our r equal to?
Equals to
333, right? $3.33 a gallon. Wow. Back in the day, we used to pay $3.33. Now we pay
$3.
$5.
so much. Okay, so if I know that my unit rate is 3.33, how do I write my equation? Okay, but they're being extra. What letters do they want me to use?
Fancy one.
C equals RG. So instead of writing Y, what letter, Diego, do they want me to use?
R.
C equals. What is R? Tanya, seriously? 3.33. And then instead of X, what letter do they want me to use? G. Do you see how they made it like 30 times harder than what it is? You're used to doing this. You're used to doing this. You're used to doing this. And then they just made it harder by changing the letters on you. Just go slower. You, honestly, if you get questions like this, when it's the graph and the constant of proportionality, you should be able to do it. Now, sometimes they'll make it harder, but you 100% have the skills to do this. Nathan?
Yeah.
All right. Do I need that?
Oh no.
Yeah, you can keep that. Nathan, second row all the way in the back. Behind the girl with the gray sweater. Her name is Jennifer. I was like, wait, who's back there? Jennifer. All right. I couldn't see her. All right. Are we okay? So, pretty easy. Some of the questions might be a little bit harder. All right. Now let me traumatize.
Wait, what?
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 What time is it?
We're getting
Let me wait a
traumatized.
minute. What's it?
At 9:10 and 9:50.
It's 9:52. I said it first.
Now.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I thought. It was a little bug.
You had trained every single day.
All right. Are these papers passed out? All right, everybody has this paper. Everybody has this paper. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. All right. Now, we learned these last week. Do you guys remember what these are called?
Yes.
Box and whisker plots. So these are called box and whisker plots like last week. Now the only difference between these is that there's two of them and you have to compare them. Okay? So what's the first dot called? Minimum. Then what's the ring finger called? Lower quartile.
SpongeBob.
Middle finger.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Hold on.
SpongeBob.
Median.
No, SpongeBob.
And then this one,
Upper quartile.
and then your thumb,
Maximum.
maximum. Very good. So, okay, let's focus. So, ladies and gentlemen, so you know it. Again, it's somewhere in there in your brain. You just kind of have to fish it out for this test next week. All right. So, the box plot show a summary of the number of students present in Mr. Cooper's class and Mr. Parker's class during the last month. Okay, so this is like attendance. Like 32 students, 46 students for a whole month, Diego. So determine whether each statement is true based on the plot's true or false. All right, I'm going to skip to the second one. So this is number 1, 2, and 3. Let's focus on number 2 first. Number 2 first. Okay, let's read number 2. The median number of students present in Mr. Parker's class is less than the median number of students in Mr. Cooper's class. So, median. So, we're going to compare the medians. Which finger is that? The middle finger. So, the third dot. So, let's look at Mr. Cooper's median.
He doesn't have any. Wait.
So, here's my first dot. Here's the second dot. Here's the third dot. Right?
Oh.
So, what would be the median for Cooper? Draw your little line. What would it be?
37.
37.
Oh, yeah, because it's in the middle.
It's right in the middle. What is the median of Parker?
40.
Okay, do we all see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so far the math, pretty easy, right? Now let's go back to the question again. The median number of students present in Parker's class is less than the median for Cooper.
False.
It's not less than, it's greater than. More than, greater than, yeah. So it says here that this one is smaller than this number. Is this smaller?
No.
No. So that's why this statement would be false. Were you okay? That one? All right, let's look at number 3. Let's look at number 3, number 3, number 3. The range of students present in Cooper's class is less than the range for Parker. So range. This is range. Which two fingers are touching? Minimum and maximum. Very good. Now, does anybody remember what do I do with the minimum and maximum when it comes to range?
The biggest number minus
The biggest number minus the smallest number, so we're going to subtract. So for Cooper, what's the biggest number? 46 minus, what's the smallest number? All right, do that math, please.
I'm lost.
You were giving me the answers.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
No.
Good job,
So the range for Cooper is 14. You're writing this down. Everything I write, you write down. Okay, next one is Parker. Range. What's the biggest number for Parker? 46. Minus, what's the smallest number? 34? Okay, what is that? Okay, so I found the two ranges, right? Now go back and read the question again. What do they want me to do with these two ranges? The range of students present in Cooper's class is less than the range for students in Parker's.
Correct.
So is this range less than this range? They want me to do this. 14 is less than 12. It's not, right? The alligator isn't eating the biggest number, so it would be false. So far, okay? This is literally what they ask you to do when it comes to boxing Whisker Plots. For the most part, they ask you to compare it, which you have the skills to do. You have the skills to compare things. All right. Now the hardest one, number 1. It's hard because I forgot to teach you this. Oops, my bad. Just kidding. Okay, I forgot to teach you interquartile range. We just reviewed range. Range is big minus small, right? But I did not teach you interquartile.
Why?
Because it sounds fancy. I forgot, actually. It sounds fancy, but it's really not. Do you guys all know your quartiles? Lower quartile, upper quartile, right? In the English language, do we know what the word inner means? Outside of math, what does inner mean? Inside. So, we're looking for the inside quartile range. So what are my inside quartiles? My lower and upper range. So it's going to be upper quartile minus lower quartile. Your inner quartile range is your upper quartile minus your lower quartile. It's actually really easy. Upper quartile minus lower quartile. All right, let's do it. Let's go on top. For Cooper, what's the upper quartile? What's the lower quartile? What's the upper quartile of Cooper? 38? What's the lower quartile for Cooper? 36. What does that equal to? 2. That would be the inner quartile range is 2. Okay, what about for Parker? What's the upper quartile for Parker? 45. Minus, what's the lower quartile? 36. Equals? What's 45 minus 36?
11. Wait,
How's your brain that big?
9.
I thought it was 11.
So read the question again. The inner quartile range of students present in Mr. Cooper's is less than the inner quartile range of Parker's. So is 2 less than 9?
Yes.
Yes.
What's that number right there?
9?
No, that one. Like that. It's right next to 4.
5? 45?
Oh.
Woo! Uno más. One more.
What?
I thought you were done.
No, we still have 5 minutes.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
that's not bad.
It's really easy.
I'll keep you for break for 5 minutes to show you how long 5 minutes is as a teacher.
Kind of my thing.
All right. Number 14 at the bottom. If you can't get this one, I'm a little worried.
We can get it.
I like that attitude.
Jenny.
Okay.
Jenny.
The 14 at the bottom. 14 at the bottom. 14 at the bottom. Andrea, let's focus. Diego, let's focus. This one's actually probably the easiest one I've given you all day. Diego. Jenny has $25. And she earns $10 for each lawn that she mows. Jenny wants to buy a concert ticket for $65. Enter the minimum number of lawns Jenny needs to mow to be able to buy the concert ticket. So how much money does she have? 25. How much money does she need? 65. So let's just do 65 minus 25. How much more does she need? 40.
I said it first.
How much does she earn each time she cuts the lawn?
$10.
$10. She needs 40 more. So how many lawns does she need to cut at least?
4.
So she
Let's go.
needs to mow at least 4 lawns. Do you see how that one's super easy? I hope. This one, I don't know, you just need common sense maybe? I don't know. Yay, SBAC review.